got your hair all together, you want to keep it together and also protect your face from the sun with this clever little visor I ordered from our friends overseas. The look is actually a tinted moisturizer from Pacifica. I forget the name of it. I believe it's number 15 and it has some sort of affectionate name. You know, after the long workday is done and you're waiting for the delicious food, there's also, a huge opportunity to get into just something easy on the lips. This is the Burt's Bees tinted lip balm in the color Zinnia. And it's funny, I sort of put it on and I thought, oh, it'll be paler, but it's actually a little bit kind of peachy, corally orange. It's got a little bit more color than I expected it to. Just I thought I was doing, a calm law enforcement look, but it was a little bit peppier, a little bit saucier than I thought it would be. I think I have the Pixie Pink blush on my cheeks, and of course lots of Neutrogena and other sunscreen. And that's what it is. But you know what the subject is, right? It's 4:06. We have to wait for people who are packing up and moving, to a different location or to their trucks to get a move on. So I figured that gave us a minute, right? I could be doing other things, but I thought, let me take a minute and talk about it, right? You have Prince William announcing that he's in charge of and overseeing Kate Middleton's healthcare, right? If it's cancer, if it's preventative cancer treatment, if it's neither, if it's just a white lie to cover up for what could be a divorce. There's a long article, friends, in Vulture that breaks down all the articles, all the years that Rose Hanbury has been acquainted with Prince William, all the rumors, all the knowledge of their peers, the Turnip Toffs, the aristocratic set from the UK, London, the Berkshires, Norfolk, that those people were in the know about all the ups and downs, ins and outs, pegging, which is, certain gentlemen are open to experiencing all the joys of penetration. Let's be real. And if a grown man, I think he's 6'3", if he's tired of doing all the work and wants someone to work on him, well, consenting adults, right? It may not be your choice, it may not be your morality. Problem with this visor is I fold it and put it in my knapsack, but it gets crinkled up and doesn't look, as good as it can look. But look what I thrifted. Yes, friends, that's Rag and Bone. $3. It has a hood. It's like a little anorak in this baby blue with this exciting hot pink piping. I couldn't leave it behind. I didn't want it to end up in the landfill, right? Picture me if I were at Wimbledon. I would have on a visor, and it's a surprisingly chilly in Los Angeles right now, so it's like the perfect combo because I'm in a short sleeve white shirt. Hi, Tate Friedel. Thank you for joining my live. Do you think Kate Middleton is going to show at Wimbledon? I'm doing fine. I'm not exactly hungry because I've eaten the best watermelon I've had this season yet. It was crispy, it was crunchy. Sadly, it didn't have a lot of seeds, right? So that means something in terms of how it was propagated, but it had delicious, strong watermelon flavor. I think we all get used to fake watermelon flavor or doctoring up melons that are not ripe enough, too ripe, changing them into, drinks and soda and margaritas and all that. But this was a delicious, crunchy, fresh, ripe yummy watermelon, and I appreciated it. And I've been eating my fill of black cherries and Queen Anne cherries all day, and that's been great. It's nice because they get served on ice, and so they're nice and cold and filled with water and all of that. So that's how I am, Tate Friedel. Karen Dada, hello to you. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. Do I have carnivorous plants? I had one carnivorous plant. One carnivorous plant. I am a big fan of Venus flytraps, and I was lucky enough and kind of home enough during the, strike here in Hollywood that I was able to get a bumblebee and a fly and feed it. But, it was in kind of a terrarium, and it was, it needed to be wet. I kind of put it in indirect sun as if it was in a jungle or a forest. And I do understand Spanish, Aiden, hola, but I still speak it like Spanglish unless I, spend more time speaking it or watching or listening to Spanish on, TV or the radio. But yeah, I speak English primarily. I've got 8 of, I know there's different ones, and I've always wanted the other ones, but this is my long-winded way of saying, but it was starting to kind of like, I was neglecting it. It was dried out. It was dying but growing back. I felt like I couldn't give it the love that it deserved, so I put it in the hall for, someone with a child who could really be concerned with it on a daily basis to enjoy, right? I felt like it needed a bigger, terrarium or something, and I've always kind of gotten stuck at the point that the Venus flytrap needs some kind of peat moss, I think. You have to special order it and then put it into the terrarium to create the right acid balance and the right, what do you call it? The right moisture level and nutrition for the Venus flytrap to grow. So I've enjoyed them always. I do like how when you put a bug inside or they naturally catch a bug, it goes and proceeds to digest it. Dormancy, but the leaves, some leaves had died and dried out and some were growing. I wasn't, I just wasn't tuned into it the way, like even my regular plants, like I have to kind of stop myself during the day and like give it a moment to go water. And like I've been reading about adding sugar or coffee grounds or things of that nature to help the soil. One person was recommending pouring boiling water on soil to kind of clean it of any like fungus or different things that are like inhibiting your plant's ability to grow. When I have more time, like when we were all in the mask times, I was much better about taking care of all of my plants. But I have a spider plant that I put on top of a wardrobe, like quite a high piece of furniture, and I literally forgot that it wasn't fake. I have a fake snake plant in the kitchen, and I forgot that the one up there wasn't fake. So after 6 months, I went up and watered it, and it was fine. It hadn't like dried up or died, but I wasn't doing the right thing as a plant mom. I'll tell you that much. But it was a wake-up call, because I mean, you can spend money on, what are they, HEPA filters to clean the air, but there's a list of like 5 or 10 different plants that very effectively clean air. And you want to, give yourself and your plants the best shot at health and healthy living that's possible. And Mother Nature has provided a lot of really strong options. I think spider plants and snake plants are 2 of the ones that I recall as being particularly good at, pollutants and, contagion, cleaning that out of the air. But 8 is great. And, sometimes I have to, I have to say that I'm a soil recycler. Like I got hold of a really nice palm plant. Mickey Hargitay's, that's Mariska Hargitay's either brother or father has a plant shop in West Hollywood, and they give plants away. So when I walked by and it was a big palm tree, picked it up, toted it home, put it in a big pot. But I had different plants that were either not doing well or dying, and I dumped all of them into that pot so it would have cover of all of the roots. And I put a painting canvas in front of it so it wouldn't just toast in the hot sun. I try to do a little something when I think about it, but honestly there have been higher priorities to deal with. In these post-strike days, I haven't made a huge priority of doing that, like all the like potting soil and taking trips and like buying that stuff, which I should do. I really should. I just, haven't necessarily had the time to do that. And, I want to be better about that because I feel like taking care of plants and, taking care of your home and like cleaning up, it's all really important. But there's only so many hours in the day, right? Like even now, it's like I'm stealing some time, right? While, I'm still out in the world, and just using the time instead of sitting and like looking at my phone or gossiping. I'm actually out. Hi. Actually out doing, I figured I'd take advantage of this setting and do a little bit of something on here. But dormancy for winter, I don't know if they're dormant in winter in California because we don't have winter really. It's pretty much 80 degrees all year. It's a little chillier today, but everyone's in shorts and crop tops. That's what's up. Sensei, yo, what's up? Yeah, just waiting for some barbecue and other business. But yeah, I think we've all been eagerly waiting for the return of Kate Middleton at Wimbledon, but no dice. And now it's articles suggesting that William is in charge of her health care and William is in charge of whether or not she attends. Her schedule, does he have final say? Does she have final say? Is she able to have final say? It's unclear. There are, just some things that are missing, right? We saw Kate Middleton at Trooping the Color, but we have not heard her voice. Not a digitally altered version, not there have been a ton of articles that were reposts and remixes and old pictures of her from yesteryear, of her, the children, her mom, as if trying to get us comfortable seeing recycled images that are not today, right now. And, is that, again, is the cat on the roof? Are we waiting for the cat to fall off? Has the cat fallen off? Why can't we have Kate Middleton if she is, I understand now that preventative chemotherapy is 2 to 6 weeks. We're in the seventh month of the year. The surgery was mid-January. What's up? It's almost August. Concha Calleja in Spain did say, there's another serious surgery pending and that we might see her in September. But that's not really the same thing as, preventative chemo, cancer removed, preventative chemo over, I'm gonna go to my favorite sports event. If that doesn't happen, question mark. It's not quite the same thing as podcast, phone message, even video message on social media. We get things that are signed C, right? Kate Middleton gave good wishes to, a retiring professional tennis player, but that's not quite the same thing as in person, her voice, her hair, her body, if there's a scar on the left temple now, or there isn't, if there's new teeth or there's not, right? We're familiar enough with filters and Photoshop and body doubles and the whole 9 yards that I think that people who are skeptical, it's fair for them to be skeptical. But I think that, people who are hopeful that she's A-okay and maybe the marriage is A-okay, they can be respected as well. But we are lacking real documentary, news quality facts, images, video recordings, audio recordings, live audio, in studio interview. I mean, again, the gold standard has to be Prince Andrew's interview in a real place with a real journalist and real cameras, not sweetened, not colorized, not edited, not filtered, none of that nonsense. News quality. Other than that, we're still in the question mark moment, and there's a disturbing trend of how many people in the royal family circle are gonna get knocked in the head, right? Princess Anne apparently has amnesia. Then an article claims that she's returning to work. With amnesia, 5 days in the hospital, concussion, brain injury, what? Who did it? They said a horse was nearby, just like with Thomas Kingston, right? That's Lady Gabriella, the child of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. Am I right that that's her parents? That her husband was found locked in a shed with a pew-pew nearby, but his injuries were not pew-pew injuries. It appeared allegedly as if he had been pistol whipped. Round 1 incapacitated him. Then it seemed like he was moved, and then round 2 was curtains. But that's not what the inquest or the autopsy or any of that says, because it's very difficult to get your hands on an authentic one. Anybody knows how politically to call in a friend who'll say whatever you want. Oh, it was the tooth fairy. What, they can say whatever they want. That doesn't make it true. And we're not here for the lies. We're not here for people being endangered, right? Princess Anne's husband had a black eye back around the time that Thomas Kingston went to be with the Lord. And then, there are questions about whether Kate Middleton's illness, especially with that scar on the side of her eye, whether that was some kind of tussle, a little bang bang, Maxwell's silver hammer goes, down upon your head, however the lyrics go. It's like, was that cancer, an accident, fell down the stairs, or something else? Do the letters D and V have any bearing on whatever happened to old girl? Because 7 months later, what's up? And we're still waiting and wondering. Oh, thank you. I don't think I look my best, but this jacket is fly, right? Rag and bone. It has a hood, and then it has a little pocket you can stick the hood in. It's got not only 2 pockets, but then it's got 4 pockets. Ooh, I love this jacket. Thrifted, friends. Rag and bone. I respect rag and bone. I don't know why some fool. And this jacket is a small. I dare say I am not a small. Not no more. Right? Should I model it for you? Hold on. Right? Look at that. All those pockets. All kinds of snacks I can fit inside. But I couldn't resist, right? It's not a super warm jacket, but it's got the little drawstring, so it kind of hugs the waist. And then if need be, it has somewhat of a hood to protect you from the elements. I didn't know Rag & Bone made anything this casual. Is it counterfeit? There's no way to know. I haven't even had the chance to look it up online. Jack Stauber or Melanie Martinez? I have not. Who are they? Oh, thanks. I'm hungry. I'm waiting for lunch. Thank you, Aiden, for your praise about my modeling. I'll try to get into doing some more of that, you know, soon. There's, endless ways that I can, find time to come on live and entertain you. Um, you know, fashion is but one of those ways. But I need to get a mosey on. I think I've left enough time for the others to get their snouts in the trough. When they say barbecue, I can't resist. What a day. Black cherries, watermelon, and now barbecue. You know what that means. Cornbread. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Our thoughts and prayers and hopes are with Kate Middleton in her recovery, in whatever's going on in her marriage. We wish her safety, first and foremost, health, second foremost, and freedom, third foremost, right? That's the American way. We're watching and listening from the Americas, but we're definitely tuned in to what's going on Salt Island with Princess Catherine of Wales. I will see you next time, stars. I gotta go over a couple of stages and tie the feed bag on. You know what it is. Mwah. I will see you next time here on House of Tanya. And if you run across any relevant news about Kate Middleton, Prince William, etc., I'm going to make an effort to actually go through the Vulture article that breaks down exactly how many stories about the Prince William and Rose Hanbury affair have been edited and just altogether removed, much like Thomas Kingston's Wikipedia page. Suspicious. But we on it. Katexit or nah? Let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time. Bye. Thank you, Aiden. I'll see you next time, and I'll look up Jack Stauber and Melanie Martinez so I can catch up.